Hi and welcome to CBN4's Primetime News Package for today. I'm your presenter, Alian Christopher. Let's take a look at the headlines for today. The 2018 Atlantic hurricane season begins today. DYBT to host 2 entrepreneurial programs for potential and existing entrepreneurs. And in sports, the champions are back. Stay tuned for these and other stories when CBN4's Primetime News Package returns. We'll be right back.
Sweet talk, dear man, never lot of that. Yes, I. You don't know it's your boy Trilogy, urging everybody, young and old, to stay strong and stay healthy. You don't know we're doing it for 2018. Boom.
And welcome back. Today, June 1st, marks the official opening of the 2018 Atlantic hurricane season, which extends to November 30th, and the forecast for this year is for a 75% chance of a near or above normal season. Acting Senior Met Officer Marshall Alexander states that forecasters at the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, are predicting a 45% chance of an above normal season, a 40% chance of a near normal season, and a 25% chance of a below normal season.
Predicting a 70% likelihood of 10 to 16 named storms, 5 to 9 hurricanes, and 1 to 4 major hurricanes of category 3 and above. An average hurricane season produces 12 named storms, 6 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes. 2 of the main factors that contributed to the predictions are the possibility of a weak El Niño developing and near average sea surface temperatures across the tropical Atlantic Ocean and Caribbean Sea. Dominica was severely impacted by catastrophic Category 5 Hurricane Maria last year. We have experienced firsthand the level of disruption that this system can inflict on our society, which has shown us how critical the need is to mitigate against the hazards posed by weather systems. Given the uncertainties involved with these systems at times, especially with intensity and rainfall amounts, the key message to the public is the need to always be prepared. Be advised that the threat from a rapidly intensifying systems, such as in the case of Maria last year, will reduce preparedness time. Therefore, any warning message should prompt a protection response regardless of intensity forecast, as it only takes one system to disrupt.
If further noted, the public is strongly advised to implement plans and activities to protect against significant impacts from floodings, dangerous seas, landslides, rockfalls, and strong winds.
You know where you live, and you know your vulnerability, and also know the activities you need to undertake to reduce your vulnerability. Your safety comes first. Stay informed at all times by listening to warning messages and other information provided by official, trusted, and relevant authorities, and take action. Prepare for the worst at all times and pray for the best.
And in other news, on Saturday, April 28th, 2018, the National Youth Council of Dominica hosted its General Assembly. During the NYCD General Assembly, the youth, stakeholders and the general public saw reports from the President, the Assistant Chief Youth Development Officer, and the election of a new executive board which will take up the mandate of the Council and Dominica's youth for the term 2018 to 2020. The newly elected executive board formally met to plan the work plan for Dominica's youth for the term 2018 to 2020. The primary matter arising at the executive meeting was appointing of a dynamic young person to fill positions on the NYCD executive board that are vacant. National Youth Council of Dominica NYCD is proud to announce the appointment of a dynamic youth leader to serve on the NYCD executive board, filling a vacant position on the national executive. Primrose Angel David from the community of Massac, the Western Youth District, has been appointed to the position of General Secretary on the executive board effective May 14, 2018. Ms. David has demonstrated her commitment to the principles and objectives of the NYCD by volunteering over the past years and contributing to the work of the council at the community and district levels. She currently holds the position of President of the Western District Youth Council and holds several other positions in several organizations. David is currently the reigning Miss Bob Duet. In related news, the National Youth Council of Dominica is also proud to announce the appointment of a dynamic young leader and the enthusiast to serve on the NYCD Executive Board. Ron Williams will serve on the National Youth Council Executive Board in the capacity of Treasurer. Williams has and continues to serve as a youth leader within his community and district, which makes him a key role model for the youth of Dominica. Ron Williams is from the community of Bath Estate and currently resides in Canefield, Rosenhoff and the Valley Youth District, and has demonstrated a commitment to the development of the youth of Dominica through his volunteerism and involvement of different organizations in keeping with the mission statement of the National Youth Council of Dominica, facilitating the holistic development, inclusion and empowerment of Dominican youth. And stay tuned, we'll be back with more after this break.
Sweet talk, dear man, never lot of that. Yes, I. You don't know it's your boy Trilogy, urging everybody, young and old, to stay strong and stay healthy. You don't know we're doing it for 2018. Boom.
And welcome back. 15 potential entrepreneurs will benefit from the 12th Entrepreneurial Development Program EDP scheduled for the 9th to the 20th of July 2018. Due to the passage of Hurricane Maria, the normal one-month training has been compressed to a 2-week training session. The training includes intense modules on the essential elements of a business plan, which once approved by the DYBT will facilitate the participants' access to credit at most local financial institutions through a loan guarantee arrangement.
program is to ensure that young persons who want to get into business have the opportunity to get trained in the area of marketing, branding, record keeping, costing and pricing, among other subjects. So this training program is targeted for persons who want to get into business and want the opportunity to.
The other program is the Small Business Assistance Facility Training, SBAF.
Small Business Assistance Facility Program, and this one runs from July 25 to 27, 2018. That's the 25th to the 27th of July 2018, Small Business Assistance Facility Program, which is abbreviated SBAF. This training program targets persons already existing in business, which are existing entrepreneurs who want to get additional knowledge and financing for their businesses. So, at DYT, a young person will get trained in business and understand business concepts, and after going for a training program, that young person will have the ability to get loan financing up to $20,000. What that means is that DYT stands as a guarantor for that person, so that person will access financing through credit unions, NDFD, and also the PayPal of the government. So once again, just to summarize, just saying that we have two training programs.
15 existing small businesses will be receiving training in micro and small business development to include business management, record keeping, marketing, quality control, costing and pricing, managing risk, financial management, and meeting industry standards. The objective of this training is to assist existing entrepreneurs to develop the skills and knowledge base needed to successfully run a business. The Dominica Association of Persons with Disabilities, DAPD, celebrated yet another milestone this week with its 34th annual general meeting under the theme, A Journey of Development, Advocacy, Perseverance and Determination. The DAPD was founded in 1983 by the late Reginald Roll and 9 other individuals who had varied disabilities.
Determined to change the scope of persons with disabilities on the island, and that took place in October 26, 1983. Reggie, as he was known to us, his dream was to have someone with a disability in the parliament, a model multi-purpose development center and a barrier-free Dominica, and to have an accessible government headquarters. This he did not see.
Joseph further mentioned that the DAPD has gone through many challenges during its 30+ years in existence. She again made mention of the founder, Reginald Roll, who displayed pure bravery to get the organization where it is today.
You may know, some of you may not know. We moved from office to office. There was a time when it appears like DAPD was going to wrap up its operation because we did not have a physical office. Again, you have to say it, Mr. Roll decided on a daily basis to go up and down the ministry steps. Well, of course, as I said, guided by someone. When, during all this time, DAPD was functioning from his private home. If he didn't have a vision, DAPD would have already perished. But he decided that, come what may, DAPD will survive. And so, his quest was for asking a piece of land that we could have our own headquarters. Here we are today, with our own headquarters, comprising of an open office, a training unit, and a dormitory. The final phase we are waiting very soon to complete our multi-purpose development center to have the auditorium on the top floor. I say, to reach 35 years in Dominica as an organization is a tremendous feat to achieve.
During the annual general meeting, the DAPD presented His Excellency, the President of Dominica, Charles Sovereign, with a Hurricane Maria documentary. Other documentaries and copies of treasure in our midst were presented to the Deputy Prime Minister and other persons and organizations. And also in the news, as oral health continues to be a critical aspect of general health conditions around the world, Dominica's Health Minister, Dr. Kenneth Daru, stresses on good oral health practices among the Dominican population. According to the minister, poor oral health, which causes pain or discomfort, disrupts the normal functioning of the body, resulting in persons being unable to function properly.
Preventative dental care is important for all ages, particularly young people between the stages of childhood, adolescence, and early childhood, and is the key to long-term oral health and overall health. It is therefore hoped that persons will become more involved and take responsibility for their oral health.
The minister further noted that dental decay and gum diseases are among the most common between the children and adult population.
Worldwide, 60 to 90% of school children and nearly 100% of adults have dental cavities, which can be prevented by maintaining a constant low level of fluoride in the oral cavity. Severe periodontal disease, which may result in tooth loss, is found in 15 to 20% of middle age, that is adults 35 to 44 years. And globally, about 30% of people aged 65 to 74 have no natural teeth. However, with early detection and intervention, dental caries and periodontal diseases can be either prevented or treated at a reduced cost. Individuals can take actions for themselves and for persons under their care to prevent oral disease and maintain health. With appropriate diet and nutrition, primary prevention of many oral diseases can be achieved. Lifestyle behaviors that affect general health, such as tobacco use, excessive alcohol consumption, poor dietary choices, poor oral hygiene, and other social determinants affect oral health as well. The risk factors for oral diseases are also the risk factors that are common to chronic and non-communicable diseases.
By the oral health policy for Dominica, fluoridation remains the most effective and socially equitable means of achieving community-wide exposure for the prevention effects of fluoride. Therefore, the government of Dominica will continue to provide the material and human resources needed to ensure that the program continues.
The oral health services of the Ministry of Health and Social Services offer services in all of the 7 health districts on the island. Clinics are located in Marigot, Portsmouth, La Plaine, Castlebruce, Salibia, Granby, St. Joseph, and Roseau. Some of the health centers where the clinics were located sustained serious damages after the passage of Hurricane Maria, and the Ministry of Health and Social Services, with the help of the Maintenance Department, has been working feverishly to get all of the services restored in the quickest possible time. At present, Roseau, Portsmouth, Marigot, St. Joseph, Granby, and Salibia are all functional.
The minister continued to implore persons to have regular dental examinations at least once a year. And stay tuned, sports comes up next.
Sweet talk, dear man, never lot of that. Yes, I. You don't know it's your boy Trilogy, urging everybody, young and old, to stay strong and stay healthy. You don't know we're doing it for 2018. Boom.
Welcome to the Sport Report. The Windsor Park Port Stadium will play host to 12 schools as the Dominica Football Association grassroots train makes a stop in the capital on Saturday. The session begins at 10 a.m. to cater for students of Roseau and environs. Coaches and officials of the DFA will be on hand as they attend to children from the Berrien Academy, Trafalgar Primary, Goodwill Primary, the Mont Prosper Primary, Convent Prep, Roseau Primary, Warner Primary, Maho Primary, the Caleb Laura Primary, Massac and Kenfield Primary, Salisbury Primary, and the Pioneer Preparatory School. And the champions are back at home. The Dominica Senior Men's Cricket Team are back on island after a successful Windward Island 50-over tournament in St. Lucia. Dominica won the event after defeating St. Vincent and the Grenadines by 15 runs in the finals on Wednesday afternoon. 19-year-old Alec Athanas smashed a century to lead the Dominica team to victory. Dominica posted 215 all-out in 45 overs. Athanas hit 101, Kavem Hodge scored 38, Liam Sebastian scored 22 and Micah Joseph 17 not out. St. Vincent and the Grenadines could only reach 200 all-out in 40 overs. Kavem Hodge bagging 3 wickets for 32 runs from 10 overs and Liam Sebastian 3 for 45 from 8 overs. A short ceremony was held at the grounds of the Windsor Park Sports Stadium after the team's arrival.
The success that you have returned with is no doubt a reward for the efforts and the hard work that you have put in, and you should no doubt celebrate as a team. However, the bigger picture is the celebration of us as a nation, as a people. You have gone out and represented our nation, and so as a cricketing family and as a nation on a whole, we say congratulations to you and a big thank you to you for the representation that you give to us.
I would just like to echo some of the sentiments expressed by Andy, and to say that we are indeed delighted that we obtained the championship this year. Last year we had a joint championship, and this year I think we went alone. I think that is highly commendable. We had our challenges prior to the tournament. We had a number of difficulties. We had heated discussions among the management and coach, among the executive, and we tried our best to ensure that our team went to the tournament in a way prepared sufficiently to do well. And we are very pleased that despite our limitations locally, we were able to excel and come home with the championship. And I think for that we need a resounding round of applause for the team.
Very scarcely you find teams going out and they're very united. I must compliment the guys for not only winning but for displaying a family type of of friendship. These guys were friends. We really were a family. Upon our arrival, there were many distractions. Throughout the tournament, many distractions, but none of them really deter us from accomplishing the mission. I must say kudos to the young guys on the team, specifically Mr. Alec Athanas, who really displayed a tremendous performance here, good ability, and proved to the rest of the Windward Islands that he is capable of doing what he's really called to do. To my good friend mate, Kamal, you really did a good job up there by making sure that we are always entertained.
But I really want to commend, the entire team. Sometimes when you call names, you have to remember everybody. But for sure, the senior players, the captain, Liam, Koshaski, Kevin, Kavem, of course, who is not here with us. But let me say, Julian and the captain, formed a formidable partnership at the top. And in the middle order, we had, the likes of Athanas and Kavem, Liam and so on. On the back end, people like Vincent Lewis. And importantly, as we move quickly forward into the finals, I think one of the young players that came in on his debut was Micah Joseph, who was probably 17 not out, which doesn't sound like much, but we actually won the match by 15 runs. So, I mean, I really want to commend the entire team. Another member of the team who played, you know, at that level for the first time in Kamal Hamilton, I think in the first match against St. Vincent, created a serious impact in terms of his ability. And it really proves, you know, in terms of the hard work that Kamal did right through the season, you know, when he started in the local competition and through the trials and, you know, stepping into the field in the Mabia Valley in St. Lucia, really, you know, showed that the hard work that he put in paid off. So at least that is something that other young cricketers, you know, aspiring cricketers to represent the country need to look at. But it was a hell of a campaign, you know, having to play 3 matches in 4 days is no easy feat. So, I mean, nobody's, you know, talk about any injuries. Even some of the guys who were bruised, right to the end, you know, stuck to the task and really made Dominica proud. And let me just say that to the rest of the nation that before we left the island, you know, the commitment was for them to do it for Dominica. And I want to commend them for that. Guys, well done and congratulations to you. Captain, come on, well done.
It wasn't an easy job. As the coach and the manager said earlier, faced a few challenges at the start when we arrived in St. Lucia, but we overcome that and we put that behind us and just basically went and played the cricket. I want to commend Kamal and Micah, you know, for the character they showed as a senior, well, as a youth coming to a senior tournament on the debut, as the coach said earlier. Kamal bowled very well. I want to commend him for that. And also Micah, the character he showed with the bat, even when we was in a situation in the finals, and you know, a final is a pressure situation, and he put up his hand and he came out not out, 17 not out, showed a lot of character. I want to commend you for that, youngster. To the Dominica team in general, congrats guys. You know, it wasn't an easy road. You know, we all fought from the start to the end. It's a great achievement for me to be the captain. It was a great achievement to be the captain, and at the end of the day, coming out into the tournament with the mantle. And as you could see, it's nothing much that we came back with, but is that basically we came back in whole. It wasn't an easy road out there. The fields that we play on wasn't an easy road, to be honest. And don't basically have nothing much to say, but just want to congratulate the team in general for the support they gave me, you know, from the senior to the youth. Everybody put up their hands and went and did their job basically. So I just want to congratulate we as a unit, the Dominica team, and the people that supported us out there. You know, as I said, you got to go into the jungle as a lion and you got to come out as a lion. That's basically it for me.
And the Dominica Amateur Volleyball Association will resume its Business League Championship on Saturday with 7 teams poised and ready to continue their journey of becoming the league champions. Domlec, N2N, Police, Prison, NEP Workers, Petro Stars and BNS will battle it out in the month of June as the league, which was halted by Hurricane Maria, recommences at 12th Street, Canefield. On Saturday, Domlec will take on N2N from 3 p.m. to be followed by a clash between Petro Stars and NEP Workers, while on Sunday, Prison come up against BNS. So far, Prison and NEP Workers tops the point standings with 15 points apiece. Domlec will resume Saturday's match with 12 points. BNS has 10 points. N2N has 5 points. Petro Stars with 3 points and Police with 0. Explosive opener Evan Lewis stroked his 3rd 2020 international half-century to headline a feisty batting effort as West Indies brushed aside the ICC World 11 by 72 runs in the high-profile Hurricane Relief fundraiser on Thursday. Sent in to bat, the Caribbean side piled up 199 for 4 from their 20 overs, with the left-handed Lewis top scoring with 58 from 26 deliveries. Wicketkeeper Dennis Ramdin stroked an unbeaten 44, Marlon Samuels an up-tempo 43, while all-rounder Andre Russell lashed out 21 not out. Afghanistan leg spinner Rashid Khan proved expensive but was the leading wicket taker with 2 for 48. In reply, leg spinner Samuel Bradry and Seamer Russell wrecked the top order as the World 11 slumped to 8 runs for 4 wickets in the 4th over. World 11 in trouble, Sri Lanka's Thisara Perera belted 61 from 37 balls. The damage, though, had already been done, and the World 11 ended on 127 with 20 balls remaining in the innings. And with that, we come to the end of today's Primetime News package. On behalf of the entire CBN4 team, I am Ali and Christopher saying thank you for watching, and do join us again next time.